What's up, fire signs? I come to you looking like a potato right now because my nieces and nephew were here, and for some reason they love to mess my hair up. So this is what you get. Your weekly reading. If you want a personal reading, it's linked in the description below. There will also be a card that'll come up at some point, so you can look at what I offer for personals. They're really fun, actually. Personals are very interesting. Anywho, let's see what we got for y'all. And check the link in the description for everything else that I offer. Join the mailing list. Become a patron. Two of Swords. Wow. Wow. I was going to say, I think this came out in reverse. And this is the clarifier of that. Y'all are stuck making a move on something or a decision. There could be some confusion happening with the Two of Swords in reverse. That's a card of confusion. Stalemate, definitely a stalemate, possibly with somebody else, you and another person kind of just not moving on each other, like no movement happening on something. Possibly, oh my God. Holy shit. If you couldn't get 3 more cards to come out to represent literal stuckness. Stuck in the weeds type energy. Jesus Christ. That's great. I'm like blown away right now by the fact that that just happened. There's a lot of confusion around you for the fire signs that I'm speaking to, right? And you could be either trying to move forward or wanting to move forward in a situation, whether that's monetarily, like with your work, but you can't, you're stuck. There's no movement. There's no initiative even happening. Like, it just feels like complete debilitation. And it almost feels like you're stuck in this, I don't want to say cycle yet, but this is a card of being stuck in the shitty waters, basically, like not being able to move forward from some sort of turmoil. Could have to do with, again, you're like stuck in this shitty job because you're confused about what the best plan of action is to take. Right now, it is very evident with these 3 cards that there is absolutely no action being taken in whatever this situation is. This could be you taking action towards somebody. It could be you taking action to leave somebody as well, because at the bottom of the deck, we kidding? I thought this was upright. Wait, did I put this down? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to shuffle again. But at the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse, which is, again, a failure to leave some sort of situation. Feels like a shitty situation as well. It's like, I can't walk away from this type of thing. It doesn't necessarily mean you're like staying in a shitty situation that's like toxic or anything like that. It's just you're staying in a space. It's like you're electing to stay in a space that you don't need to be staying in. And all it really takes is like you making a decision to make progress toward other things or toward better things, and you're just not. It's like you're not fixing it for yourself. You know, I do want to put the onus on you I see a lot of tarot readers. They read every sign as if they're the victim of every circumstance. But what you learn in spirituality is accountability. You're responsible for your reality, you know, to an extent, of course, you know, that's obviously on a mental health level. You don't want to tell a person who's been through deep trauma that, and that's not the truth. They didn't make that happen. But in the everyday circumstances of life, remaining in a space that you don't want to remain in is completely and utterly your choice. Your hands are never tied in this type of situation. 5 of Swords, there could be a lot of conflict going on, at the very least mental conflict, definitely, because that comes out over the 2 of Swords in reverse. So it's like you're confused, your mind seems to be just consistently on this hamster wheel that you can't get out of. And that is your Achilles heel right now, fire signs. That is your Achilles heel. It's your thought process. Very, you have 3 sword cards, which is all about mental conflict, confusion, thoughts, communication even as well. So there could be blocked communication. And 1 earth card. You know, 1 pentacle card. So this is all in your head. Not, again, I don't want to say it's all in your head. It's stemming from your mind is what I'm trying to say. Like, it starts with the way that you're thinking about this situation. A lot of mental entrapment. It's giving 8 of Swords vibes. Yeah, there's the moon at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Represents fears, right? Deep fears and paranoias. It's like you think that if you move forward or push forward in a situation, you move towards something that could potentially be good for you, or away from something at the very least that isn't serving you. You don't know what's on the other side, so it's scaring you. It's almost like you've become used to your own like resistance, if that makes sense. You do have the 9 of Pentacles, so it's very much standing in on your own 2 feet. There could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, could just be somebody who's very grounded and successful in their own stuff. And maybe that's who you're confused about, right? Maybe that is the problem. Or you could be wanting this independence, but you know, this financial independence, and this could very much so be about your money, feeling like you can't get out of a financial rut. And all you really want is to be financially independent, but there's something that you're either needing to move away from, whether it's a job that's not paying you as well, or I'm not seeing it specifically be a job. I mean, it could be, but the 4 of Pentacles here, it could be that you just have a job that doesn't pay you as much. Could be maybe like you want to move, literally physically move locations, but you're saving up money before you do so. Whatever it is, it's this feeling of I'm stuck. I can't move forward. I can't push forward. I can't move on from something or someone. You could also be holding back and keeping this close to your chest, and maybe that's where this is coming from, right? This could be possibly a mask that you're wearing. I mean, we'll figure it out, right? The more cards come out, the more we'll figure out what the fuck the story is. Four of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. More of that heady shit. Judgment in reverse. You're either being very judgmental to yourself or very judgmental in general, right? Again, the High Priestess comes out at the bottom of the deck, which is A, needing to be in touch with your intuition, and B, there could be like, it feels like you have to get your mind right first before you do move on anything, right? And this is also a card of the Knight of Swords in reverse, can be a card of impulsivity, can be a card of manipulation. So either you or somebody else is being manipulative in a specific situation. Maybe you're dealing with a manipulative person. There are two knights here, Knight of Swords in reverse and a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Could be two separate people. Knight of Pentacles can sometimes be an unreliable, boring human being as well. I'm getting stuck. And the Knight of Swords in reverse is like, it's giving mental angst, not angst, mental doubt, and impulsiveness and possible insecurity. That's what it's giving. And the Four of Wands in reverse tells me you don't really feel like you have stable grounds to stand on at this moment in time. Maybe some of y'all are in transition between jobs. Maybe some of y'all are between homes. Maybe some of y'all are fighting within the home, and it's a situation you can't like move away from, or you feel like you can't move away from. The Judgment in reverse is a card of you still being asleep, right? The Judgment comes out to show you yourself. It shows you the deepest parts of yourself, the lessons you need to learn. And it feels as though the fire signs I'm speaking to are not learning the lessons they need to learn. And that is why they are on this cycle. It doesn't even feel like a hamster wheel, because it feels like there's no wheel to be moving, right? At the very least, the hamster wheel spinning. Maybe you are feeling like you're on a hamster wheel right now, right? Maybe that's the best way to describe this, is like you feel as though you're going in circles, but it doesn't even feel like that, because the circles would require movement, and I'm not seeing movement at all. Period, point blank, I'm just not. And it's like you're missing something. There's a piece of the puzzle that you're missing, right? It's like you're sitting in the driver's seat and you're missing the fact that there's an ignition or a button that you need to press to start the car to actually get it moving. You're missing that part. And so right now you're just sitting in the car. That's what it feels like. Pull 3 more cards. What do the fire signs need to know? Ace of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing Mrs. Doubtfire in my head when I see that Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Help is on the way, dear. That's what I'm hearing. What you need to know is that you need to stop being so damn guarded and paranoid about whatever the situation is. There are situations in life that require your guardedness, right? There are situations that require you to protect yourself. And then there are situations where you just straight up go into survival mode for absolutely no reason, and you end up blocking your own blessings and blocking your own growth and stunting your own growth. And it feels like that's what's happening here in this specific situation. And so what you're needing to know is that you can let a guard down, one or two maybe, and also look at the situation with more of a positive mindset. Don't miss what's right in front of your face, right? The Five of Pentacles upright is this card of like, they're cold, standing out in the cold, but right here is a church with 5 pentacles right there, right in front of them, but they're not choosing to stay out in the cold. This is very much so abandonment and like issues that you know, they've gone through it, right? But the help is right there. All they got to do is look up. So in reverse, especially with this Judgment in reverse, the cards are saying, the universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is saying, look up, fire sign. Look up, like, look on the bright side of the situation, whatever it is. And that might help you to push forward and move out of the weeds, the woods that you're in. Which deck do I want for Oracle? I'm gonna go old school and use my Moonology deck. Let's see what the Oracle cards say to wrap up the reading. Okay, this could be about somebody. A new romantic cycle begins. We love that. What I say about fear, work through your fears, right? This is something that you can get through. It's something that you can work through and push forward and be able to actually like move. But as long as you stay in this fear-based mentality, you're going to be stuck in this position. You're going to continue to be fearful and confused. Nothing will come of this situation. Right. Because right now, yeah, if you remain on this path, nothing is going to happen here. Take time to breathe out is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there is a little bit of mental doubt, and I'm not seeing anxiety, but possibly a little bit of a depression. So I think y'all might have to just get in touch with yourselves a little bit. Let me know if that makes any sense, fire signs. It felt very fluid to me, so I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let the moon be your guide. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Peace out, everybody.